Lindsay Clancy's defense argues she may not be criminally responsible for killing kids. Lindsay Clancy's defense argued that she may not be criminally responsible for killing her 3 kids ahead of her murder trial. Ahead of her trial start date on Monday, July 20, Clancy's attorney, Kevin Reddington, said his client was over-medicated for postpartum depression when she killed her children Cora, 5, Dawson, 3, and Callan, 8 months, in 2023. Reddington has said that Clancy, 35, struggled with depression for a long time and even voluntarily committed herself to a local psychiatric hospital less than a month before her children's deaths, per CNN. Clancy's doctors took her on and off medications to treat the depression, which Reddington said worsened her symptoms.
Wet boots ruining your mornings? The job site boot dryer uses gentle, fanless heat to quietly dry boots, shoes, and gloves overnight, helping reduce dampness and odor. Want to check today's Amazon deal? Scan the QR code now or visit grabdeal.us/4 before it's gone.
Back in June, Reddington and the Commonwealth's prosecutors debated over what expert evidence would be admissible in order for him to pursue an insanity plea. Reddington argued during a June pretrial hearing that jurors should hear why Clancy and her husband, Patrick Clancy, would go to consult with doctors because of depression, because of the life that she was living, which was one of horrific misery because of medications. Meanwhile, prosecutors disagreed and suggested they may recruit their own experts to testify whether or not Lindsay was criminally responsible for the killings. As us previously reported, the killings took place when Lindsay asked Patrick to go pick up dinner for them on January 24, 2023. Patrick returned home 25 minutes later and discovered that Lindsay had jumped out the window from the second story of their home. Patrick called 911 and realized that their 3 children had all been strangled after he discovered exercise bands tied around their necks. The couple's 2 oldest children were taken to the hospital and were pronounced dead, while Callan died a few days later. Lindsay was arrested and pleaded not guilty to 3 counts of first-degree murder. She is currently being held at the public Tewksbury Hospital in Massachusetts. In April, Reddington said that Lindsay is offering to admit that she killed the children if the judge agrees to a bifurcated trial format, according to WCVB. A bifurcated trial is a 2-stage legal proceeding in which liability and damages are heard separately and often have the same jury. The defendant states that the issue of the actions that resulted in the death of the decedents in the indictments at the bar is not a live issue, and the defendant is willing to stipulate formally in writing to her involvement. The motion read, per people. Plymouth Superior Court Judge William Sullivan ultimately denied the request and said it could be handled in one trial, according to Boston 25 News. If you or someone you know is experiencing child abuse, call or text Child Help Hotline at 1-800-422-24453.